What? Oh, it seems like I only recorded now or something. Oh, silly me. Can you describe your favorite place in your house where you can relax? Let's start.
So my bedroom is the favorite place in my house
Mhm.
that I can relax. Mm, This is because I have many experience with that room. I use my bedroom as a means of relaxation, and I sometimes rearrange my room
Mhm.
to have a fresh experience to make it look newer and also provide an energetic vibe. And I sent and like use that room for party with my friend,
Mhm.
like a sleep party. And also in my bedroom, I put a lot of technological devices for my studying. And uh, and also I share this room with my younger brother, and so it's make the room more cozier.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, what is the place where people spend most of their time at home then? And why?
Mm, I think is in my opinion, it depend on
It depends on.
it depend on
It depends on. Chia từ đó. It depends on.
uh, in my opinion, it depends on what type of people, like or what type of how they living.
Mhm.
Like if they rich, they have like
If they are well off, let's not use the word rich, poor all the time, If they are wealthy, wealthy means very rich in money. Of course, if they're wealthy or there's another word, well off. Một cái từ mà nó ít thông dụng hơn là well off. Well hyphen off. Well off means wealthy. Well hyphen off. Well off. Okay, if they're well off,
so if they well,
if they are well off.
they are well, they may use bedroom mean of relaxation and also spend most of their time in the bedroom because
Most of the time in the
most
bedroom.
the time in the bedroom
Mhm.
because it feel more cozier and feel more
It
safer,
feels more cozier. You mean it feels cozier?
feel cozier and also
Hmm.
safer.
Good.
And when it comes to like the normal people, they have maybe a little small than small one. So they use living room because I think it's biggest room in their house.
It's the biggest room in the house.
And also uh, living room is where they can like kitchen inside, so they can eat and watching the news with their family.
Hmm.
So it strengthens their rapport in their life.
Very good. So, what are the benefits of doing exercise?
Um, Doing exercise provide several benefits.
Hmm.
One of them is improve overall health.
Is improving overall health là cái việc mà cải thiện. One of them is improving overall health.
So one of them is improving your overall health. Like they boost your stamina
Mhm.
and also they make your heart better. And another benefit is can prevent some chronic disease such as heart attack or
Heart attack. Cái
heart
trái tim là heart. Heart attack.
heart attack. um, and also diabetes because if you just live your life without exercise, you can
Mhm.
face with the disease. And at the end, um, doing exercise would give you had mental mentally good and also you're
Mentally well, you mean?
mentally well.
Adverb, mentally well. So basically, you're mentally. Let's try to improve that to be mentally healthy, or you can say to be mentally fit. If you fit it, as a khỏe khoắn, thoải mái về mặt tinh thần, mentally fit or mentally healthy. But normally people say mentally fit,
Mm, so
or to have a clear mind. To have a clear mind. Có một cái đầu mà nó clear, nó thông tuệ, nó không có suy nghĩ quá nhiều, no overthinking or something like that. What else?
they could have a mentally fit and clear mind
Mhm.
so that they can increase their productivity. Also, their social life will be better because they have more energy they do when they're doing exercise regularly.
Uh-huh. Okay, so do people in your country exercise after work?
Mm, so, well, actually,
Mhm.
there are two type of people. Like if they are businessmen, um, I, I think they um, didn't don't do much because they have to concentrate on their work a lot. They have like when they end the work on the company, they
Mhm.
have their they also have their work at home, like their second job. But if they are if the another type of people are worker, like they just have concentrate on their work time, and after that they have the whole evening or afternoon to playing soccer or doing
Playing
exercise,
football, you mean? Đừng dùng cái từ soccer trong IELTS nha, nó không nên đâu nha.
playing football,
Playing football or
playing football or doing exercise.
so it's like sports type of exercise, yeah. But why is it difficult for some people to relax? Some people they just can't relax. When they go home, their face still look very preoccupied. Preoccupied, it means very busy. They look very preoccupied. Occupied, chiếm chỗ, preoccupied giống như là lúc nào cũng như là có cái gì đó chiếm chỗ cái đầu mình mất rồi. It means like something in your head, occupy your head, preoccupied. It means very busy. Okay, please do it again. Why is it difficult for some people to relax?
Mm, there I think there are many reasons to answer this question.
Many reason, many ways or many
Yes,
reason.
many ways.
Để ý cái logic nha.
So there are many ways to answer this question.
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 Mhm.
Like they are addicted to social media. Like some people are using social media to watch short video, and
Mhm.
that they also be
Absolutely.
addictive, and so they cannot have a good time to relax. When they have a break, they always spend their little time to like short video.
Watching like instead of taking a nap, they just watch short videos all the time, like to help with their addiction. And then when they work, they cannot work effectively. They even fall asleep during work.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Another type is they addicted to caffeine. They
Always happen.
consume too much coffee, so like their brain cannot turn up a while to sleep. They are too energetic so that they cannot go to sleep, and another
They
people
can fall asleep easily.
cannot fall asleep easily. Another people that preoccupied too much. They often stress out under immense pressure, and these type of people often bring work to home.
Bring work home, not to
uh,
home.
Bring
They
work.
often bring work home.
So these type of people often bring work home. So it make they have to suffer from like heavy workload.
Why life is always suffering from something? Suffering.
They have to they face a heavy workload
Uh-huh.
so that their mental health will be decreased.
Right.
Decline.
Uh-huh. Right, next question. What's the next one?
Do you think there should be class for training young people and children how to relax? Um, and nowadays, I think the question is mm, on the situation nowadays, because teaching how to relax for young people and children is essential for them, because when they grow up, this is mean of restoring their health after like a heavy day of work. And like nowadays there are a lot of addictive content on social media and everywhere. So it would be hard. It would be impossible for children who are like using social media too much to relax, have a good nap, or
After taking a good nap, you mean?
yeah, or have a high sleep quality.
High what?
Sleep quality.
Have a high sleep quality. Good sleep quality, you mean?
Good sleep.
You know, it's tough because we are living in a very modernized and a life full of stress. So knowing how to relax can be essential,
Sure.
you know. Otherwise, you suffer from mental issues is more or less sooner or later. They say sooner or later, people will suffer from mental issues, like for example, depressions, trầm cảm, depression, or even worse problems like psychosis, or they're more than that. So, which is more important, mental relaxation or physical relaxation? Why?
Actually, in my opinion, both of them are equal because they are essential for human to live a balanced life.
A balanced life.
A balanced life.
A balanced life.
Balanced life.
Mm-hmm.
Without them, they would be easily suffer from stress.
Yes, you can actually
From
suffer from a lot of stress too.
mental health, some chronic disease.
Uh-huh.
And I- if if the people who have mm, like spend time um, hang
You're
out
doing
with
what?
friend, hanging out with friend,
Mhm.
or playing soccer,
Playing
or
what?
football,
Playing sport. Let's just say playing sport, okay?
playing sport. In the free time, like to have like energetic life, and also their mental would be better.
Mental what? Their mind.
Their mind would be better.
Okay. All right. So how about physical relaxation then? You didn't mention about their importance. And which one's more important, you know? Mình phải chia ra mà cái nào quan trọng hơn chứ nha.
So actually, in my opinion, mental relaxation is more essential for people.
So it means that people can work themselves to death because they have no sleep, no physical relaxation. You know, if your body is very tired, even though you have a clear mind, you cannot do anything. You can fall down and die, you know.
Mm.
Vật chất hay ý thức? Cái nào có trước? This is a question that the mind or the psyche, sorry, the mind or the physique, cái đầu hay là cái physique là cái thể chất, you know. So it's a question of the mind or the physique, the mind or the physique, cái đầu hay cái thể chất. So that's a question. This is a hard question actually. Câu này khó phải không đâu? So what do you think? It's a philosophical question, một cái câu hỏi khá là triết lý. So what do you think?
Mm. If I could answer, I think both of them are
Equally important.
equally important.
They are equally important, or they are just basically on the same scale,
Yeah.
on the same level of importance. Có thể là một cách nói khác là on the same level of importance. On the same level of importance. Yeah. But why? Always why?
Mm, think both mental relaxation or physical relaxation are on the same level of important
Importance.
importance,
Uh,
because without them, people can not have a normal life.
uh-huh,
Their life cannot run normally.
uh-huh.
If people have a clear mind but their body exhausted, they cannot be productivity. Um, and on the other hand, if the body are fully energy but their mind are too um, concerned on their work, they cannot
Mhm.
uh,
They cannot have a true physical relaxation,
they
right?
cannot choose
Nó nói là
physical
cái đầu nó không ổn thì cái thân thể không ổn theo. People say that, okay, there's a saying that if the mind cannot rest, so do the body, you know. So what else? Một cái câu philosophical question, một câu triết lý phải không nào? All right, so let's move on to the next question. I would like you to try 225. Those are the latest questions, you know, so it's more related to the newest one, the latest one. Describe a place with many trees that you want to visit. 225. Một nơi có nhiều cây mà bạn muốn viếng thăm. Mhm. You should say where this place is, how you knew this place, what it is like, and explain why you like to visit it. And then part three, what kind of people like to visit natural places? Is it just the people who love trees and plants? You know, natural places including forest, including like natural reserves, những cái chỗ mà khu bảo tồn tự nhiên á, hoặc là natural reserves, you know, danh từ số nhiều, natural reserves, những khu bảo tồn Reserves as a noun. Natural reserves, những khu bảo tồn thiên nhiên. Or forests, forests, rivers, oceans, or sea. Those belong to natural places too. Or sometimes they go to visit like mountain tops, mountains, you know. So what kind of people like to visit natural places? You have to go deep into like what kind of personality, what kind of interests, họ có những hứng thú gì hay là cái tính cách họ ra sao. You know, like if you are too hard a workaholic, if you're too much of a workaholic, you work a lot. Would you like to visit natural places? Not that much, right? If you are too much of a workaholic, you know, a workaholic are people who work so much, work too much, actually. Me, for example. Well, it's been some time since the last time I traveled somewhere. I think the last time was like the end of March. That when I went to what is it called? Vũng Tàu. Yeah. And the last time I went abroad was like 2018. Was a long time ago. I'm too much of a workaholic. So, next question. Do you think it's a good idea to let animals stay in local parks for people to visit? Local parks, not a zoo, okay? It's a local parks. So it means that those animals are not confined. They are not, so they're not confined, confined ed, không bị nhốt, or they're not confined in cages. Chúng không bị bắt giữ trong mấy cái lồng. They're not confined in cages. It means they're allowed to roam free. They're allowed to roam freely. Nó được cho phép là muốn ngang dọc đi đâu thì đi, được cho phép đi đâu thì đi. Like for example, my cats. They are allowed to roam freely in this house. Yeah. So, do you think it's a good idea to let animals stay in local parks for people to visit? It means you can see a lion sitting on the grass, and then next to it is you. You're having to have meals, and the lion approach you, something like that. You know, it's not like a zoo where you're protected with cages and people with guns. No. Do you think it's a good idea? Đang ngồi một con trăn khổng lồ mà rờ tới. When you're sitting and there's a huge anaconda. Oh my God, anaconda. What's it called? There's a huge snake. Or if you're sitting there and then monkeys run around and take your food. You know that thing happens a lot. Monkey taking your food. Well, but people say that we have to live in accordance with nature. You know, a lot of people is like that. To live in accordance with the law of nature. Chúng ta phải sống đúng với lại cái quy luật thiên nhiên. Yeah, you know, some people say that, you know. Live in accordance with the law of nature. Thuận tự nhiên. You know, some people is like that. Oh no. All right, next question. Do you know any wild, cẩn thận cái từ y ngắn ngay giờ nè. Wild, hoang dại, hoang dã. Do you know any wild animals in a city? Bạn có biết bất kỳ loài động vật hoang dã nào trong thành phố không? My boss. Yeah, like sometimes bosses can be wild, you know. People with lots of money, they can be very wild too. Có tiền vô một cái, không coi ai như dây gì luôn á. Đúng như cư xử với động vật hoang dã thiệt. Well, some people they are very wild, but humans are kind of special animal, you know. So, okay. Do you know any wild animals in the city? You can consider what's it called? Mouse and mice. Số hiệu là mice. Plural form of mouse is mice. So basically, they are mice living in the sewage, in the sewage system. Trong hệ thống cống rãnh nó đầy chuột luôn á. There are mouse and mice living in the sewage system. Số nhiều của mouse là mice mà. There are mice living in the sewage system. Those are wild animals. And you also have a lot of cockroaches. Gián. Nó không có ai mà đem gián và nuôi như mèo đó. Nobody take cockroaches in as like pets, you know? Or maybe I'm wrong. But cockroaches, rats, mice, they are wild animals. How about like birds? They are birds, of course. Many different kind of birds. Sometimes you can find scorpions and snakes in like big trees or places that have a lot of trees, you know. Mấy cái nơi có nhiều cây, có nhiều rắn lắm nha, phải không đâu? Và bọ cạp nữa. Scorpions and snakes. She's like, pet me, but do not touch me. It's like that. You know, my cats are like weird sometimes. All right, next question. What are the differences between a natural place and a city? Một nơi tự nhiên và một thành phố có sự khác biệt gì không? Okay, think of all the things like, for example, the natural elements, những cái thành tố thiên nhiên, like for example, is there water, the sunlight, are there natural sounds, những tiếng động tự nhiên, are there rain, are there humidity, độ ẩm. And also think about storms, cloud, rocks, etc. Tất cả những cái thành tố thiên nhiên đó. Can you find these natural thing inside a city? Something like that. And also think about noise and pollution. About noise and pollution in the city, you know. You cannot find that in natural places. But natural places, you cannot find doctors. No vet. There's no vet in the natural places. Animals in the wild, if they are injured, injured animals are often killed, hunted, are often hunted and killed in the wild. But if animals are injured in the city, they are often taken to the vet, you know, except if you're a mouse. If you're injured, nobody cares. Now, next question. Is going to the, okay, and also the city, people feed wild animals too, you know. So people often feed animals, you know, stray animals. The word stray, S-T-R-A-Y, stray. Tức là mấy con, nó stray là mấy con mà đi hoang á. Stray animals, động vật đi hoang. Tức là sao? Nó không có chủ. There's no owner. Or if the owner already abandoned them. Hay là chủ bỏ rồi. They're called stray animals. So, think about those things. Có ai chăm sóc không? Có ai cho ăn không? Something like that. Next question. Is going to the park the only way to get close to nature? Đi công viên có phải cách duy nhất để gần thiên nhiên không? When you look at Cece, she shows you nature. Because she was a wildcat. Because I adopted her like when she was 10 months old. So she stayed in the vet for like 7 months together with Rocket, my black cat. Thực sự là hai bé này là thầy nuôi nhận từ thú y lúc 10 tháng tuổi mà. 7 tháng thú y. So she stayed in the wild for a while, yeah. But Isa, she has never been in the wild. So that's why she is like a little princess. no experience. Cho nên là hai bé kia lúc nào nhìn cũng cảnh giác hơn là đúng rồi đó. So those two other cats, they look much more, you know, they are more, what's the word? Suspicious. So they are more suspicious. Suspicious. So they are more suspicious of their surrounding, you know. They're more suspicious of their surroundings. Chúng sẽ làm sao? Hay nghi ngờ hiểm nguy từ những khu vực xung quanh nó. They're more suspicious of their surrounding. But they should do that, you know, because their surroundings are dangerous. It's not like easy to live in a world, you know. There are people who catch dogs and cats to kill them and make them food, you know, in Vietnam. Anyway, is going to the park the only way to get close to nature? Đi công viên phải cách duy nhất để được gần thiên nhiên không? Explain that. Okay, next question. How do humans impact nature? Con người tác động thế nào đến thiên nhiên? A lot of things to explore here. So what is the role of urban planning? Okay, so here is something. Urban planning, hoạch định đô thị. Việc hoạch định đô thị. It means that you plan, let's say you plan these apartment blocks to be built here. Okay, so park there, there should be a pond there, cái ao ở đó, nhà chỗ này, đó, chỗ này phải xây bao nhiêu thôi. Đó là urban planning. So what is the role of urban planning for people? So does it ensure that everything is built according to plan, and everybody, all the infrastructures, cơ sở hạ tầng, all the infrastructures are in place, đặt đúng chỗ, được đặt đúng chỗ, and everyone can have decent housing and decent services. Mọi người đều có thể hưởng được những cái gọi là quyền cơ bản, like decent housing, có nhà đàng hoàng mà ở, decent services, những dịch vụ mà đàng hoàng. So urban planning ensure that those things happen, you know, and that roads are wide enough for vehicles to travel in, so less accidents or less traffic jams. Em phải đảm bảo hoạch định đô thị làm sao cái đường nó đủ đủ cái chiều rộng đó nha. And if there's an emergency, ambulances, police cars, or firefighters can just travel quickly to the place of the emergency, you know. Xe cứu thương, cứu hỏa, cảnh sát trong lúc đột ngột xảy ra một cái tai nạn cái gì đó, phải đến kịp. If the roads are too small, you know, because of bad urban planning, people died, you know. All right, you think about this one.
Can we go to the toilet?
Sure. All right, can you describe a place with many trees you would like to visit?
So my local park is the place that have many trees that I usually visit. My parents often take me to the park near my house when I was 8 years old, and that's quite long ago. The park had a lot of trees with the pond inside, so that make it more natural.
Actually, all of them are artificial because they were built by humans.
So you can enjoy the natural atmosphere at the urban area, and I often go to the local park in the morning for jogging or breakfast. And because in the morning it's much fresher, and also the sunlight is good for my health, and I feel more energetic
Energetic. Mhm.
when I come to the park. And sometimes I would recommend this park
Recommend.
recommend this park to my best friend to go there to like strengthen our
Rapport.
rapport, rapport.
30 seconds.
And like he's had a lot of experience with me.
You mean
Uh,
you have had a lot of memories with this part, right?
I have had a lot of memories with this park,
And I would
and,
like to
and I would like to maybe give some of my little effort to make it better.
effort. Well, give one of my little effort.
Effort,
Effort. Nỗ lực.
effort,
Effort.
effort, make it better.
Good. Now, so what kind of people like to visit natural places?
Mm, I think there are many people would like to
Who
visit.
would like to visit?
Like people who want to enjoy the natural atmosphere,
Mhm.
like the urban uh, people or city people. They often spend most of their life in the city, so they come to
Natural places.
natural places or natural reserve, such as forest or lake, to enjoy the natural atmosphere.
Mhm.
Or sometimes they can come to mountain top to
Mhm.
try our tough experience or explore something that would shock them,
That would what?
shock shock them, surprise them.
Surprise them. Okay, that's a better idea. Because shock often means like a negative thing, you know. Đi tìm những nơi mà sẽ gây sốc cho họ. Well, that sounds really bad, you know. Okay. So, do you think it's a good idea to let animals stay in local parks for people to visit? To see like natural lions and tigers in front of people, you know?
Mm, I think this depends on what type of people, what type of animal they allow to let them in the local park, because wild animal that they relate to the wildlife, they are suspicious with the people around them.
Suspicious nó là cái tính từ nha. They are suspicious of the people, yes, of their surrounding.
They are suspicious with the people
To be
surrounding.
suspicious of something. So they are suspicious of the people.
So they are suspicious of the people. Mm, so it will be dangerous for children that they a little bit annoyed, and they
Mhm.
can make the lion or some wild animal feel not safe, so they
Mhm.
can attack or do some aggressive action. But if they are like friendly animal, they such as when they just eat grass or
Mhm.
plant, they are much safer. Although they are a little bit like annoyed, they can have their strength is much better than human. Sometimes they can make people injured. So I think, like in my opinion, uh, letting animal stay in local park is not a good idea.
Mhm. Never is a good idea. Okay, so do you know any wild animals in the city?
Hmm. So according to my observation,
Mhm.
um, the mice are the most obvious one.
I think it's better to say mice or rats, you know.
Right.
Rats là chuột nhắt, còn mice là chuột bự hơn. Mice are actually mouses, you know. But people don't say mouses, they say mice. Plural of mouse is mice.
think the mice is like they appear much frequent than the rat. Like they live in the sewer system, and so also their population increase.
They increase, but like exponentially, nó không phải tăng bình thường đâu, nó tăng theo cấp số á.
Yeah, they increase.
Their population increase exponentially. Exponentially là theo kiểu cấp số cộng á. Hoặc là cấp số nhân á. They increase exponentially. Basically, their population is huge, okay? Even more than city people, if you have to say. What else?
So they can be harm to people, and also
They can be harmful to people.
they can be harmful to people.
I'm swear. They can be harmful to people.
They can be harmful to people, or they can destroy some underground infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
So that make people feel annoyed, and they have to pay a lot of money to kill them or restore some.
Always money.
And
Lúc nào vấn đề tiền bạc là chính nha.
That's right. And like the popular wild animal in the house.
The most popular, you mean?
Yeah, is the cockroach. They are like
cockroaches, especially the one that can fly. Tệ hơn nữa là nó biết bay. Oh well.
They can fly, and also they sometimes had a bad smell.
They smell super bad, of course. Not just sometimes.
And they come from a dirty place, and their environment are like harmful to people. They can, like, when people touch the cockroach, if they don't clean up themselves, after that it could
transmit a lot of diseases. Nó truyền bệnh lắm nha, phải không đâu đùa.
They could
It could transmit là dẫn truyền. They could transmit a lot of infectious diseases. You know that word? Infectious. Transmit a lot of infectious diseases. INFEC, infect. Shus is TIOUS. Transmit a lot of infectious diseases. Nó có thể truyền nhiều bệnh truyền nhiễm. Oh, disgusting. Seriously, and also it's a huge health risk. Nó là một cái nguy cơ sức khỏe rất lớn luôn á. A huge health risk. Okay, anything else? Okay, so what are the differences between a natural place and a city? It's a huge question. Một cái câu khá lớn đấy.
They are different from the natural element that from natural place and city. Like the natural place often have higher humidity, and also often have cloud and rock, and also sometimes they have waterfall with so that make natural places like majestic.
Have what?
Majestic landscape or scenery.
Majestic, you mean?
Majestic scenery.
So
that's the reason why they some wealthy, they come to the natural place to have some majestic majestic scenery.
Uh-huh.
And in a city, they are like often have a lot of pollution,
Uh-huh.
such as water pollution or noise pollution. And these things are
Annoying
they,
too.
they are annoying to people who live in the city. And when it comes to the wild animal, if they are in the natural places, they when they are injured, they are hunted and killed. But if they are in the um, city,
Uh-huh.
they could be took to the um,
Could be taken to.
they could be taken to the nearest vet center so that they can cure the injury and after they can live a normal life.
Uh-huh. Otherwise, in nature, they would have died already.
Otherwise, in the nature, they would have died already.
Thiệt sự luôn á, trong thiên nhiên gọi là rất là ác độc. All right, so um, is going to the park the only way to get close to nature?
To, in my opinion, go to the park is not the only way to get close to the nature,
Close to the nature, are you sure?
close to nature.
Uh-huh. Cái chữ nature không có đờ nha, cẩn thận. Nó thiên nhiên, tự nhiên chứ không phải nói là chiếc thiên nhiên, cái thiên nhiên không mà tự đờ đâu nha. So it's close to nature, okay?
Um, going to park is not the only way to get close to nature because people can go to natural places or natural reserve places to see wild animal and enjoy some fresh atmosphere without noticing some pollution. And also maybe like when go to natural places, they would take spend more time, so that make their trip more um, memorable.
Uh-huh.
And like on the other hand, park is just artificial. They are just like
Park was built by humans, so it's artificial. Yep, let's just do that.
so park is built by human with artificial
Uh-huh.
and yeah, people cannot enjoy the natural atmosphere when it comes to park.
Is that all?
Yeah,
Good. So, how do humans impact nature then?
I think according to my observation, people have done uh, good and positive and negative effect to nature, like
Wait a moment. You said people have done positive and negative effect on. Tại vì nó theo một cấu trúc là to have an effect on nha. Với cấu trúc như vậy. Còn nếu em dùng cái động từ to affect á, nó sẽ không hề có giới từ nha. Affect someone or something thôi. Đó là một cái mà thấy em bị dính hơi bị nhiều nha. Có tác động lên cái chữ mà affect với effect nha, bị sai hoài luôn á. Not fun, you know. Cái khúc đó là biết là trừ điểm hơi nhiều rồi nha. Let's try it again. How do humans impact nature?
so human have done positive and negative effect on natural places.
Uh-huh.
Um, regarding the positive side, they build more tree and also um, and make a better infrastructure for wild animal. Um, Also spend money for curing the injured animal,
Curing
curing
injured animals. Curing injured animals.
curing injured animal. However, I did a lot of terrible things to nature.
We did a lot of bad things. Let's understand it that way. Thực sự
However,
con người làm rất nhiều thứ vi hại thiên nhiên lắm rồi.
however, we did a lot of bad things to nature.
Uh-huh.
One of them is that people produce um, non-exposure products such
Uh-huh.
as plastic. These type product cannot be exposure in nature.
Cannot be what?
Exposure.
This kind of product exposure là một sự tiếp xúc, sự phơi bày. Exposure, sự tiếp xúc, sự phơi bày, sự thật, tức là bóc phốt á. Exposure. People should not expose themselves to them. People should not expose themselves. Expose cái gì nữa nha? Expose themselves to pollution. Chẳng hạn.
Yeah.
Humans should not expose themselves to pollution, for example.
Women should not expose themselves to pollution. And the most the product that harms the environment a lot is plastic, which are hard to decompose.
To become what?
Decompose.
Decompose, you mean?
Decompose.
Decompose. It means phân hủy. To decompose. So the noun form is decomposition. Decomposition, sự phân hủy. Okay, let's talk more about human trash and how they decompose in nature. Rác thải ra thì nó gây ra nước rác đó nha. Like the water from landfills. Landfill, it means bãi rác. Landfill, you know. Or dumpsters, it's the same thing. Okay? What do you know about how human impact nature that way?
So when humans produce more harmful chemical production, the environment would take a lot of time
Environment.
to environment. So they take a lot of time to bring it back to normal, and also like I have to suffer from pollution for many generations.
Mhm.
If they keep going to produce these um, toxic chemical,
Mhm. What could be
and
the result?
they, the people would face a lot of chronic disease like respiratory
Respiratory problems, right?
respiratory problem.
Don't worry, I'll survive. 132, 168. Just my blood pressure, you know. I'm feeling like I'm feeling like mấy ngày nóng á, thường thức áo tăng nha, cho nên phải cẩn thận. Let's do again.
And
All right, so what is the role of urban planning for people? Think about how people plan residential areas, how people plan places.
so well, my opinion, urban planning plays an essential role,
Essential nha.
essential role, like they ensure that infrastructure in uh, suitable place. They not extend too much or too narrow,
Mhm.
and also it would be more equal to people.
Also, urban planning include like road system, bridges, hospital. There has to be like how many schools should be there, how many hospitals should be there. Em phải nhận định là một cái khu vực đó bắt buộc phải có bao nhiêu cái bệnh viện, bao nhiêu cái nhà trường đó chẳng hạn. Something like that. That includes, that's also included in urban planning.
So in urban planning, people have to consider how much school or hospital in their area, so that would be sufficient for the resident. And also it would make the road and bridge
Uh-huh.
like, they are big enough for vehicle
Vehicle. For
to
vehicles.
run smoothly
Uh-huh.
without traffic jam or accident.
Uh-huh.
And also good urban planning would ensure people would have decent housing and services,
Exactly.
so that this would be less crime. The crime rate would be
You mean less
decreased,
what?
like less criminal
Criminal.
in the
There would
society.
be less criminal in the society. Thực sự mà những nơi càng đông dân thì nó tỷ lệ tội phạm cũng càng cao theo nha. Like the more populated the area is, the more criminals would be. It's true because you know yeah, because more poverty, càng nghèo thì càng nhiều tội phạm hơn. More poverty, more crimes. True too, you know. All right, let's move on to the next topic. 226. Wait a moment. I think I name it in a wrong way. So, oh, there are two topics with 225 here. Describe something important that you lost in the past. You should say what it was, how you lost it, why it was important to you, and how you felt when you lost it. And then part three here. What kind of people may lose things often? What would you do if you saw something valuable but didn't belong to you on the street? Một câu hỏi về đạo đức. It's a question of moral. Em sẽ làm gì? Em thấy một cái gì đó giá trị trên đường phố nhưng không thuộc về em. It's a question of moral, you know. So what can we do to prevent losing important things? Don't own them in the first place. Em không sở hữu làm sao mất được. Well, could be one thing. Or people will put them in a bank, or people can just keep them in a safe, để trong két sắt hoặc trong ngân hàng, you know. Keep them in a safe, két sắt, or a bank, you know, or something like that. Or I would advise people to not have them in the first place. Ngay từ đầu, in the first place. Ngay từ đầu đừng có mua chúng cho hơn. Just don't buy pearls, don't buy jewelries, you know, jewelries. Let me check the word jewelries. Sometimes it's difficult to pronounce or difficult to get it right, you know. Jewelry. Yeah, jewelry. It's Jewelry. Jewelry. Jewelry.
Jewelry. Jewelry.
Jewelry. Yeah, it's a difficult word. Nữ trang, nam trang, nó là jewelry. Hay là trang sức nói chung. All right. Next question. I don't see any next question. Anyway, so let's do this one quickly. You have some time to think. All right, can you describe something important that you lost in the past?
My iPhone 5 from Apple is the thing that I lost in the past. Especially to be more specific, is about
Pacific.
for Pacific. It was in 3 years ago. At that time, I have I had exhausted for the whole day at school.
I was exhausted from the whole day at work.
I was exhausted whole day at school. I like I bring the phone out for watching YouTube videos, and that when I come home,
I came home.
I forgot it on the car, and the day later, I asked the driver for finding them, but their finding is complete, and I know that I lost my um my important phone, and I feel very embarrassed.
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 I felt I'm very embarrassed. Rất là mắc cỡ. Embarrassed. Embarrassed.
And worry when I lose my phone because I use it for my learning knowledge and
Embarrassed.
in
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
in connecting with my friend. So when I lose it,
When I lost it.
when I lost my
Nghe
time.
hơi bị lâu hơn 2 phút rồi đó. It's a bit longer than 2 minutes already. Okay, let's try that once again. Remember, you have to stick to 2 minutes maximum. Describe something important that you lost in the past. Cẩn thận 2 phút nha. Maximum 2 minutes.
So my iPhone 5 from Apple is the thing that I'm lost in the past. To be more specific, about 3 years ago, when I lost it, I was exhausted
I was exhausted.
I was exhausted for the whole day at school, and that phone I use for my learning new knowledge and connecting with my friends. So when I lose it, I feel
When I lost it, I felt.
When I lost, I felt worried and also embarrassed with my parents.
60 seconds. 60 seconds.
So
60 seconds.
and their parents asked me what I feel after I lose it, and
asked me how I felt after I lost it.
asked me how I felt after I lost it. And that gave me a life lesson so that I would appreciate the thing that gives to me more, and also when I use phone, I would be more careful.
Okay, good. Right, so let's go to part 3. What kinds of people may lose things often?
I think the people who work a lot, workaholic, is easily lose their
The items.
their item.
Let's not use the word stuff. Stuff là trừ điểm đáng chịu nha. May lose the items more often.
More often. because they concentrate on their work a lot and also their heavy workload.
They have a workload, yes.
So um, when they go outside, sometimes they would uh, forgot forget their item on the street or on the bus.
Mhm.
And when they came home, they would.
Okay, can you just a moment, please? So I'll go downstairs and get my items. All right, what would you say about what kind of people may lose things often?
The kind of people that are losing things often is a workaholic person.
Hmm. People or person, person số ít, people số nhiều.
Workaholic people,
Like workaholic people.
because they are too concentrate on their work, so that they sometimes uh, forget their item on the public transport on the street. Like when they go on the bus, they often like exhausted for the whole day and
They are often exhausted. Exhausted, cái từ đó phải đọc kỹ nha. Exhausted for a whole day.
exhausted for the whole day at the company. So when they come home or when they on a route that they come home, they sometimes would forget it.
Mhm.
Or the another type of person that usually
You are describing things that is not in the past, the habits or something like that. Just use present simple.
yeah, another type of person that easily lose the item is the children
Mhm.
or young people, because like maybe they're sometimes absent-minded when
Mhm.
they go outside.
Mhm.
They are too curious or too energetic for finding new things. So sometimes they would ignore their item and yeah, so that they lose that.
Mhm. So what would you do if you saw something valuable but didn't belong to you on the street? Didn't. Chứ phải định nha. Didn't belong to you on the street.
So if I saw any valuable item that didn't
Belong to
belong
me.
to me on the street or public area, I would ignore it,
Mhm.
because if I took it, I would like have the responsible for my action.
You would be responsible for your action.
Mm.
You would have to take responsibility for your action.
Would take a responsibility for my action. Or sometimes, um, like if they I would put them to the police so that uh, they,
You mean bring them to the police nhé. Những ngầm hai nha. Police.
or they I can bring them to the police
Mhm.
station. If there are police station near there, I would definitely put them in the police, because
Police âm hai.
police because it's much more safer
And
and
also it's like reporting a lost object. It's like when you report a lost object, when you report lost objects, you can help the police find the owners. You can help the police find the owners if you report the lost objects. So the people who lose important things, they can go to the police station to report it, and they may receive it there, you know. Nó giống như một cái nơi trung chuyển, một cái nơi mà người ta có thể tìm được đồ mất thất lạc của họ chẳng hạn. You know. What can we do to prevent losing important things?
mm, well, actually, in my opinion, putting them in the bank or safe is the best way to not losing them, because you put, like, you transfer the responsibility to the bank, so that they have to take responsible for your item.
Take responsibility for.
Take
They have to take
responsibility.
responsibility for the item.
They have to take the responsibility for the item, so that you can go outside or go abroad or somewhere
Without worrying
without
about the
worrying.
important items there.
Yeah. Or sometimes I would advise people not to buy valuable things in the first place, because if they
If you do not possess it, you cannot lose it. Yeah, of course.
because, like, when you possess valuable things, more thief would be
More thief or robbers would try to get it, right?
more thief or robber would try to get it.
Or even muggers, you know the word muggers, right? Kẻ mà xin đểu chìa dao nó cướp của. Nó called muggers. 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 Or robbers. Or thieves. Yep. All right, very good. Now, let's try the next one. 226 then. You often have indigestion, right? Hay bị mình nó cục hay là bị ăn không tiêu gì?
No,
Hiccup, right?
no, I think
Okay, 226 is the next topic. Describe an occasion when you traveled by public transport and it broke down. Like, for example, you travel on a metro and it broke, you have to go by on foot, for example. Yeah, you should not describe an occasion when you travel by airplane and it broke down. Lần anh đi máy bay bị hư. Well, you should not describe that, You know why. You should say when it was, what happened to the vehicle. Vehicle. Cái từ này bị sai. Vehicle. What happened to the vehicle? How long it took to get the vehicle repaired? How you felt after the vehicle was repaired? And part 3, should people use more public transport and why? It's a lot of things to talk about here, but I'll allow you to be creative here. What about the cleanliness of public transport? Có sạch chứ nào? Are there a lot of criminals, a lot of thieves or pickpockets on public transport? You have to understand that. Pickpocket là kẻ móc túi. There are a lot of pickpockets on public transport. And think about also the cost. Public transport is meant to decrease the cost of traveling for people, but it means that a lot of people will have to travel together, of course. And public transport, you have to understand that sometimes there's a lot of criminals there, thieves and pickpockets and stuff. And then it's sometimes not clean because people can bring a lot of things on public transport, They bring animals, they bring their shopping things, fruits, drinks. Oh my God. You don't know how unclean public transport can be. Public transport, it means like buses, trains, trams, right? Tram là cái xe điện chạy thành phố trên cái đường ray ấy. So trams are the thing that run on tracks. So basically trams are electronic vehicle that run on tracks. inside the city. Nó chạy trên một cái đường ray trong thành phố. These are called trams inside the city. And of course, the public transport too. And think also airplane is also public transport. You might be surprised, but airplane is public transport because a lot of people they go by airplane at a cheaper price than if they own an airplane, you know. Cho nên là máy bay thực sự là một cái nơi không có sạch đâu. People never really clean it, they just vacuum it, you know. Họ chỉ hút bụi thôi, không có lau đâu. Cho nên là airplane là đúng nghĩa là nó dơ lắm luôn á. The filthy, you know, very unclean. Okay, so think about that. So do you think public transport in your country is more suitable for the elderly or the youngsters? Like, you know, it takes time and there's a lot of delays, you know. There's a lot of delays with public transport. And also, the youngster is suitable when they have to wait for a long period of time before they can get on the airport, the vehicles. Wait for an extended amount of time. Chờ một cái lượng thời gian rất là lâu dài luôn á. Wait for an extended amount of time in order to get on a vehicle. And sometimes people prefer to go by personal vehicle because, you know, they're late. And sometimes if you're stuck in traffic jam, oh dear. Yeah, public transport can be a reason why it can disrupt the traffic, you know, because it's big. Bự lắm, nếu mà bị hư hại một phát là nguyên cái đoạn đường đó là coi như là jam luôn á. Okay, time to think. Okay, can you describe an occasion when you traveled by public transport and it broke down? Be careful with your verbs.
So 3 years ago when I traveled
Three.
three
Số 3 đọc sao?
uh,
3 years ago. Cứ
three
thở thẻ lưỡi. 3 years ago.
3 years ago
30. 3 years ago.
three,
3 years ago.
3 years ago
Good.
when I traveled by coach to my hometown and suddenly it broke down because it had a malfunction with its
Because
engine.
there was a malfunction.
Because there was a malfunction with its engine. So the driver had to like stop it immediately, and we had like all the passenger on
Had
the
to evacuate.
had to
Sơ tán.
evacuate on the road on the near restaurant, and we have to wait there for 2 hours, and that was annoying. And after like after it repair, we feel relieved and satisfied because
Because we could.
because we could enjoy the cold atmosphere,
The cozy atmosphere.
the cozy atmosphere and the coach, and and that make the experience more valuable.
Good. Good. So, should people use more public transport and why?
Well, actually, in my opinion, people should use more public transport because if they use it, they would give their money so that would invest directly to the public transport system
Good.
and also enhance the quality
Of the service, right?
of the service so that we can try our new way of public transport, like we can use by new electronic public transport like tram or metro. so that we can move around with a cheaper price.
Mhm.
And also there would be uh, less air pollution and also noise pollution.
Mhm.
And so at the end, it boosts the economic and also it makes the society more fresh.
Okay, how about the cleanliness of public transport? What do you think about the cleanliness of public transport?
So
You can get diseases from there, you know. You know, I'm just joking. Of course, you can.
mm, yeah, when we come to the public transport, it's some moment at a day. It would be so dense that you have to stand up and like when you have to stand up for a long hour on the like a bus, you have to suffer from smell
Mm.
of the people, and that's quite annoying. And sometimes there are a lot of thief and pickpocket on the bus, like in the some certain street or certain road. There are a group of uh, a gang. They have a tendency to stole your valuable item.
Mhm.
And because there are a lot of people use public transport as a mean of travel, they yeah they could bring a lot of disease on their to the people around them. Sometimes they bring some bad smell animal to the public transport, and the
Some people
people
they eat durian in public transport vehicle too, you know, ăn sầu riêng trên phương tiện công cộng có nhà phải không đâu rồi. You know, people they bring durian or smelly fruits on public transport. It happens. So do you think public transport in your country is more suitable for the elderly or youngster? One last question and we can go.
so um, I think these public transport in my country for elderly or youngster is maybe not quite good at other country.
Then maybe not quite good as in the
as
other country.
as the other country.
Mhm.
It's just good for normal person that they can suffer from waiting time or the density of people or can fight back or have enough power to intimidate the pickpockets so they can use public transport more easily. But when it comes to the elderly and youngster, they they don't have enough power or strength to protect their value item when they
The valuable items.
valuable item when it comes to the public transport. And sometimes they would harm them because there are several types of people on public transport, and some of them would be harmful for the children.
Mhm. Okay, good enough. I think we can go now. All right, so let me just turn this one off now.